Hello, my beautiful people. I am jumping on here very casually because I need to get going back to it in my lesson planning in my very casual, very much support rangerroad.org. That's what my shirt is today with their kick-ass grenade design and veteran support. Okay, so today what I want to talk about um, this again is not following on with the episode I wanted to do part 2. I promise you that it's going to be coming. It's on the relationships that we want to keep in life and in a combination of managing difficult personalities, right? So I'm going to maybe try to combine those two in one. Okay, so today, though, on my mind is, of course, I have to talk about currently what's going on with me. Which are big things. Part of that is the whole mindset or the whole country girl, city girl, back to country. And when I say country girl, meaning growing up in rural Pennsylvania. Okay, so there's lots of things going on, and me basically going back into that very calming environment away from the world, which sounds like it's very isolating, but I've actually felt very isolated the past 5 to 6 years, and different things going on with me. Okay, but I'm not going to fully go. Basically, what that means, it's requiring me to really step my game up and keep my vibration high constantly, because I've realized as well there are certain things in my life that are not going to change. And what am I going to do to make myself feel better and happier, right? It doesn't mean enlarging necessarily my social circle. So for me, it is drumming more. Okay, so it made me think today, I'm going to show you this because it makes me laugh, that a part of my mania, I call it, with my different notes and different things that I do, is this is kind of one way direction that it goes, right? I can't even read it. This kind of stuff makes mania for me because I have paper notes, I have notebooks, I have them all over the place, and I cause my own stress. So moving forward in life, this is a time to declutter my brain, my house, and everything. Okay, so I wanted to show you this because this is just dumb. This is very dumb. And I get most of my best writings in the morning. So I was just looking for somewhere that I could write stuff down. And I knew that it wasn't just going to be like a few things. And this is what it ended up being. So I transferred it to over here, and I didn't even put everything. So what I wanted to say today is raising our vibration, what the hell that even means, because if you don't study or have not studied energy, you won't know what I'm talking about. But basically, it is our highs, right? Energetically, we can be in a dark state, a dark, light, high, low is kind of like how I describe the scale, and learning to embrace the highs and lows, just kind of like maintaining happiness, right? Not a final destination to me, because it can fluctuate and be fleeting all of the time. So how do we keep our vibration high? Why would we want to do this? Well, you would have to know that it's a place that you want to be, right? When I was back in the day laughing in not laughing, but comforted by my punk rock anger ways that helped fuel me. And I would be like, look at those people hugging and happy and shit. What do they have to be happy about? And so I remember what it was like to feel good in that way, until I found out what it means in different levels, states of this happiness. Being positive, whatever, me talking loudly right now, I'm not always like this, but depending on what I'm talking about, I am passionate, right? This is why I will always share with you my different moods and different things. You don't always see me feeling in my low state. You don't always see me or hear me in my low states, but I will record. I should have done it actually the other day, but then I didn't feel up for it. So I wanted to say in lesson today is that attitude, I was going to use your attitude towards keeping your vibration high. Well, first of all, you have to decide that you want to feel that way, right? You want to feel better. Hey, I feel depressed. I don't feel good, whatever. I'm not smiling. I know that I have it is problematic for me, I guess to say to like not smile, well, to smile more. I notice when I'm not doing it, right? I notice when and I do notice when I feel good and, um, more so than anything now, right? Because I'm like used to, even if I'm not smiling, I know what it's like to feel the energy of driven and passion and serving and what makes me feel good. So I want you to think about that if you know that for you. And the ways to get to that place is my holistic model. Okay, so this is like if you're not listening to podcasts, if that's like something that makes you feel better and motivated, or reading books or whatever it is, what helps you get jacked up? Music. That's pretty common for a lot of people. So, I'm going to talk about, so your attitude towards this is that you have to be driven to want to be kept in that state, right? Because I know I don't like feeling, um, low anymore. I don't like feeling thinking negative. I don't want it anymore. I don't, it's just a way that I've had to learn to live. Um, in the positive way, it's like it is a mindset and a lifestyle, right? So the effort, I like to use effort instead of work. This is the stuff that I talk about as far as putting in the work. Okay, people? So, people might think of it differently, like anything, right? Oh, that's too much work, whatever. There's so many little things that you can do simply with even just music. Okay. So I want you to think about what are your highs, and do you want more of that? Do you see things like I said, people being loving with each other, being happy, laughing, jokes, watching comedy? You know, these are the things that are going to help uplift our vibration. So I'm just going to say there's a big list, but since this is so essential for me at this time, I know that dance, Brazilian, okay? Brazilian drumming, dance, and movement is essential. And just the moving of my body like that, it's beyond exercise, right? Okay, so I know that Brazilian music is um, is really necessary right now. So not only I'm learning to drum, I'm actually performing. Like we have 4 performances this month. Okay, so that I'm making myself do. It's actually not, it is making myself do it because I'm putting it on the calendar and making it a priority, right? So punk rock music, it served its purpose growing up and anger to fuel me, and it still does. But now I know that Brazilian music or anything like this, but we're talking about Brazilian specifically because it has healed me and helped me so much ever since my early 20s. I need this, and I need, now is the time to maintain the vibration of continuous healing and love. Okay. So these are just the steps I'm recommending for me. Like I said, there's other ways. And then color therapy, whether that means wearing something. I know this isn't very vibrant today, but wearing something other than black, because black is my favorite. Um, Nail color. This is not vibrant enough for me. Um, and color around you. So pictures, different things, don't just keep it on your phone, like keep it around you, right? Okay, smells, essential oils, breathing and inhaling. Yes, you can diffuse and doing different things like that, but why do you think perfume and cologne, which yes, I know has lots of synthetics in there, but why you like it, why you're smelling it, why you, right? It puts you in a mood, or you just you are enjoying, right? It's a part of enjoying life. And I think that's what you're doing for, necessarily not to have everybody smell it while they might, right? Which is great too, but we're talking about for you and your own self-care. Okay, smells, using your essential oils, inhaling deep on them, with them. So that is another thing for me that's essential. And then I know you're going to laugh at this one, strength in mind. This is anything related to that makes me feel tough. Um, okay, so that includes muscle cars and listening and learning constantly, repetitively about cams. And that's what I love so much about them with the muscle cars, not just of a look thing. So these are the things and examples I can give you. There's lots of other things, but these are the things specific to when I talk about raising your vibration. Probably the easiest thing, if there is a piece of music that you really enjoy, we'll play it every day if that's necessary, right? So I wanted to focus on this today and bring this up because these are the little things in life that can help us, as far as me, certain things being essential. Like I said, I have to share with you right now. I obviously needed to come on here and talk about this today because I've realized it's essential. And I'm like really proud of myself, like I said, of just putting on the calendar these events coming up and that make me happy and that I am going to enjoy. I also, when I wear things like this, supportive of all my different causes and the activism, even though it mostly always comes back to personal empowerment, people, whether it's veteran support, first responder support, and just the whole serving thing. It keeps, in this sense, keeps my vibration high because it's keeping faith in unity and what I am doing. So if there is something that you visually, like I said, me wearing these sorts of things, if there is something that appeals to you, it could be stickers, it could be, like I said, it could be pictures, whatever gets you in that state to raise your vibration. It could be hanging out with people, right? These are basic little things. I say that these things sound stupid because, or that they are stupid, is that they're so simple. So if they are simple, why are not we not doing them? It's like there's no excuse and there's no reason. Okay, so before I get off, before I get sidetracked and start talking about other sorts of things, I'm going to end this episode here and just wanting you to basically look at putting in effort. And by that, I mean looking at what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, what can you do to have more of that, right? Because I know that when I see something, whenever I see something, feel something, or whatever, I've been saying to myself, I want more of that. I want whatever they're having. So maybe this helps you. I don't know. This always helps me, like I said, getting on here. This is part of my therapy. And also, like I said too, I know that this madness does not make me happy. And why do I keep continuing on patterns of this? Okay. It's almost like the OCD in this. Like, this is another thing that I do, right? I have a bunch of these different folders and I have tabs on them. And it's like, how many goddamn times can I go like this to each one? And some of this stuff is not even that important. It is to me, but like, it's like, why? And then, oh, I forgot to tell you about this. So this is another thing, right? I print out all these planners because I like to write my stuff out for the week. I don't put it on my phone, so I do this. So I have this for the week. Then again with the notes. Then I have a daily planner for just the day. Then I have another one that I tried that I thought would work better, right? It's like this sort of planner that's normally in a book that I've made from, and then used it temporarily and did it. And then I also have this thing, which I don't use because I thought this might, I don't like the way that it's written out. It has weekly like down like this, and I like it across. And then, and then just having multiple lists with all my passwords everywhere and like the bills here, and then just stupidity, causing unnecessary stress. It's like I'm trying to make myself feel organized, but it's actually making me more crazy. So just hearing myself talking about this and looking at this is giving me anxiety. So I don't know what you people do for your sorts of things, but this is like beyond, this is like outrageous to me. I have always actually been thinking about this for a very long time, like that I need to change this, and I keep not doing it. So I just keep collecting more papers, more notes. And then I had to keep this notebook because I love this that my daughter got with the Hamza hand on it. And then I started another notebook. So, and then I forgot to show you my other like to-dos. So if you want to talk about mania and craziness and getting out of this world, which is basically just minimizing, trashing, whatever it is, I've tried to put stuff all on one paper, and then that didn't work for me very long because then I start writing stuff in other places. So anyway, just to give you a bit of how we can cause ourselves unnecessary stress and why do we not change these things that we know would make us feel better. And it's a loop. It's like the negative thinking loop that I recommend, that other than saying stop, cancel, delete, figure out a hand mudra you can do to stop doing the thing, or some NLP technique. And I said I was going to stop this video. Yeah, so I have my own issues with still dealing with myself, people, but every day is an opportunity to do something different, right? So I'm telling you, do something different that will make you feel better, okay? If it means just trying to start drumming like me, if it means you're going to use color, if it means you're going to use pictures, if it's going to mean anything, find something that you love, like, that you will do often to make yourself feel better. Okay, that's my recommendation for today. Helpful tip, hopefully, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.